As always, this channel is dedicated in bringing you real, authentic New Orleans Italian and Cajun dishes. If you like the content, like and subscribe. And our first step in making our meatballs is to grab 2 big onions and give them that good old Italian chop. Bada bing! Next thing we're going to do is we're going to chop up some fresh basil and some fresh oregano. You want to end up with about 3 tablespoons of basil and about a tablespoon of oregano. That oregano's strong. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you what we're not going to do. We're not going to use a jar of that dried out Italian seasoning garbage. We're going to make the real deal here, baby. Make your mama proud. So now that we got about 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil heated up in the bottom of our pot, we're going to put about 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. Next, we add all those good yellow onions. We'll get those too. When those veggies start to get good and tender, you're going to add a tablespoon and a half of fresh oregano, 3 tablespoons of fresh basil, a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now that these veggies are good and tender and your kitchen smelling just like Nona's, we're going to go ahead and set them aside and let them cool. Now, get the biggest mixing bowl you got in the whole kitchen and add 7 pounds of meat, a 1/3 ground beef, 1/3 ground pork, and a 1/3 ground veal. Add your cooked seasoning to your meat mixture. After you get all of that out, you're going to want to add 2.5 to 3 cups of Parmesan cheese, 4 eggs, large, and about 3/4 cup of milk. Mix that all up with your hands. Wash them first and make your mama proud. All right, now it's time to mix in about 2.5 cups of Italian breadcrumbs. So after we got them all formed up, we got 53, count them, 53 man-sized meatballs. Now these ain't no little bitty baby meatballs here. That's a hand-sized, good palm of your hand-sized meatball. That's going to be some good stuff. Now, we're about to get into an age-old debate. To brown or not to brown? This has been a point of contention for years. Some of you are going to swear one thing. What am I going to do? We'll see. Yep. We brown them in this house, baby. It's best to go over now what brown is and what brown isn't. You want a couple of those little charred pieces on the side, so you want this pot to be piping hot with extra virgin olive oil. Only Italian. Make your mama proud. When it's piping hot and you get it good and brown, you're going to want to take them out. Brown is not cooked. They're still going to be raw in the middle, and put them over here in a new pan. Now we got all these meatballs, all of them nice and brown. You see the little charred burnt bits, but you can still see completely raw in the middle. That's what we want, because now, this is blasphemy, I know. We put them in the oven. No, don't do that. Don't put them in the oven. I'm telling you, it's going to be the most tender meatballs you ever had. 15 minutes, they're still going to be medium rare on the inside. Then we'll throw them in a red gravy, but they're going to hold together, soak up that red gravy and all that Italian goodness, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Forget about it. What do we do with all of that good grizzle? You know what we do with that good grizzle. We're going to deglaze. Oh, red wine, whatever you're drinking will work. Scrape up all of that goodness. Then always, when I deglaze, it's not just deglazing. I'm going to take a couple of ladles of that beautiful red sauce right there, that beautiful gravy. Ladle that right on in. Finish it off with Nona's wooden spoon. We're going to bring that back up to a boil, burn all the alcohol off, and throw it back in that pot of red gravy. Now we got all of that good sludge going. That's that. All the debris and stuff and all the good little bits in the bottom of the pan. A little wine. A little red gravy. I'm going to take that. You know what we're going to do already. Wow, that went right into that ladle. Couldn't do that again if I tried. But we're going to put that in that pot right there. Now, look at those meatballs. They're finally done browning. We took them out the oven. They're still medium rare on the inside. You can see that juice starting to come out, all those good fats and oils and greases. Now, you know we're not going to want to throw that stuff away. It's hot, and it's going to go in the pot. So we're going to go ahead and mix them down and let this cook down for about another 45 minutes to an hour. Let all of that meat flavor develop into that red gravy. Do I even need to say it? Oh, forget about it. Now it's been cooking about 45 minutes, and man, those meatballs are perfect. They're tender, they're juicy, that red gravy is developed, it's full of flavor. We even threw some Italian sausage in there. But look at that gravy. You got enough of it to feed an army or to bathe a baby in. And it's gonna be fantastic. Manja, people, manja.